Sorry. We're back in Charlian. We'll be continuing on the Endwalker storyline. Last time we got the scales for warding off the tempering from the primals, from the towers. And they had a little late night dinner with the Scions. You are feeling refreshed, I hope? I was about to make my way to the studio, as I have been. I want to speak to the Scholar Mon. I want to Shane, and thank him for coming to our rescue in Rostra. It turns out he come here to see us following the hearing, only to find that we departed for Thavnir. He's probably hoping to chew the cud with his former student. Since we're still waiting for Stola and the others, I thought now the perfect time to pay him a visit. Care to join me? The twins will be coming too, assuming Afano can tear himself away from his new toys. I'll let you rally the troops while I go on ahead to the phenomenon. Considering my recent impropriety, perhaps I should avoid showing my face around the studio for a time. That may be for the best. If the others should return, tell them we will not be long. Okay. Let's go. Oh, they're right here. Heading up for a stroll. Okay, so what are we waiting for? I too am eager to see him, though I somewhat dread the thought of visiting the studio. I dare say our notoriety precedes us. Of all people worrying over reputation. And at our alma mater, no less. Will wonders never cease. No one just said soon enough, off we go. Sorry, I'm back. Studio. This is like their college, or like scholarly place, I guess. Only like yesterday that I first walked through these doors. See that sculpted picture above the entrance? Picture, okay. That's the mark of Thaliak, the scholar, bearer of waters of knowledge. It's no exaggeration to say that Charlian itself is one enormous shrine to him, and that's especially noticeable here at the studio. The phenomenon. Well, I expect you made note of it before. One can hardly miss it. This is the first time you've been here on official business, correct? While most of the space is taken up by expansive auditoriums, it is also houses numerous laboratories, testing grounds for experimental magics, and hosts of administrative offices and so forth. As the center of what would later become the Studium, it was established to promote the study of ethereological phenomenon, hence the name. Though, with ether being a fundamental aspect of nature, its scope expanded to include every conceivable facet of life in the universe itself. Then, in the 432nd year of the 6th Astral Era, phenomenon was decreed complete upon this, and the Studium officially opened as a place of learning. With a long storied history, it was without question the world's leading authority on etherology and arcane, the occult, astromancy, and countless other fields standing proud as Charlian's foremost educational institute. I always did enjoy giving the grand tour to new students. I've long since lost track of how many times he's recited the same floppish speech, such as his undying love for his old stamping ground. He was in top form back then, youngest to enter the Studium, graduated with the highest honors in magical arts, ethereology, and distributive champion of the debating chamber. You both joined the Studium at the same age, yes, and from where I stand, you're equally prodigious scholars. Nice of you to say, but Alphano actually entered half a year before me, nor did I do well enough to graduate with honors. I am certainly not the Studium's most notorious master debater. In all respects, I have ever been in shadow. Nothing else. I remember that this is where the legend of Alphano Lavier began. We should expect everyone to be fully aware of our recent escapades. Hopefully, we'll be somewhat welcome here than we were at the last stand. I know better than anyone what the adoration student body has for Alphano, and a bit of luck, it might work to our advantage. Once I'm with the president, okay? Other faculty tend to frequent their offices, but fortunately for us, he's fond of wandering wherever his whims take him. So everyone else the students if they see him. Oh, there is water dripping down from up there. I guess it goes down to the sides here. That was Alphano Levier, wasn't it? The Alphano Levier. His sister, Master Baldessian's granddaughter. This can only mean one thing. An event of an epoch shattering proportions is fast approaching. Spread the word. That's so funny. Oh, sorry, you said you're looking for the scholar, right? Yes. Knowing him, he could be anywhere, but Miss Aliapo should have a better idea. Aliapo. Oh my god, that's so funny. Oh, they're like cheering him on, that's so funny. I'll tell you all about it after my business with the scholar is concluded. The scholar, tell me, my good fellow, does this have something to do with saving the world from catastrophe? My turn attention to Master Lavier's graduation thesis. I too have my doubts regarding the policy of non-intervention. Did you incur the ire of the forum? Oh, what I wouldn't give to see you butt heads with those old codgers. Well, it's good to see the younger folk are less stringent. How's he? Things were bad enough during the school days. Our school days in Alphano's time brought us only his fame. Or should it be infamy? He had his rivals and detractors, of course, though most of them gave that up after his adoring fans set upon them like ravenous dogs. I never paid them much notice. They were simply beneath him. Damn, alright. was a tree. Aliapo. Are you lost? Wander off the streets, perhaps? Wait, don't tell me. You're a trainee gleaner, fresh off the gold ship. I'm right, aren't I? Listen to me. An orientation is order. Allow me to bid you welcome to the searchers' meet. Let me start with a question. What is the most important thing you'll find in the studio? Sorry, books. And the second most important? Why, that's simple. Everything else. That's what we do here in the searchers' meet. Whenever the students and the tutors of themselves are equipped with materials, they come to us. If we don't have it in our stores, we send the gleaners off to find it. Honestly, you wouldn't believe me of the requests you'd get. Eye of Paisa this, tongue of Gyranto that, and it's enough to make your hair stand on end. That's why some of our students are trying to accomplish. This is being the school of magic and all. Our newest gleaner, you'll have to work. Oh Jesus, she thinks we're a gleaner. That's exactly what you said, isn't it? You're looking for the Scholark. I'm afraid we don't have any of those in stock, but... Oh, you mean him? He was here, but he's not. I did speak with him shortly before you arrived, though. He was on his way to the Maker's Meet. See the opposite side of the entrance to the laboratory of sorts. Anyways, if you lose your way, just follow the blurred, curdling screens. Probably already left. Best of luck finding him. I really need it. Oh dear, he still has his fans everywhere. Scholark was here a short while ago. He offered me advice on my current research project. I recall him mentioning where he was planning to go next as part of the race. He went down the corridor perhaps to our journey. Oh, there he is. One shame. One to shame.
Ah, I remember you.
I pray we have not caught you at an inopportune moment. We wanted to offer our thanks for your kind words in the forum.
Well, I could hardly let that inquisition go unchallenged. I've always believed that curiosity should be nurtured, not stifled. Thankfully, a majority of my colleagues agreed. A slender majority, aye, but a majority nonetheless.
Had the vote not gone our way, we would be having a very different conversation, if any at all. Though I'd like to think you would have not given up on our cause. I'm told you paid a visit to the annex afterwards.
Yes, that's right. I was hoping to speak with the grandchildren of my dearly departed friends Galuf and Louisois in a less dour setting. But it seems I just missed you.
Oh, so Galuf is dead in this.
I still can't believe how much you've grown. If only your grandsires could have seen the way you presented yourselves to the forum. Why, it fair brought a tear to my own eye.
Oh.
You must have the patience of a saint, putting up with this lot and their antics. Never mind Matoya's prize student.
I forgot he knows.
Luckily, I know a thing or two about managing unruly younglings. If you ever need advice, don't hesitate to ask.
If I may, there is a rather more pressing matter we wish to discuss. What can you tell us of this duty that the Forum must fulfill?
I don't know if he'll answer
Nothing,
this.
I'm afraid. Like all humble servants of the Forum, I am sworn to secrecy. Or rather, I couldn't tell you if I tried. Our duty is of the gravest importance. Furthermore, if the particulars were made public, it would incite widespread panic. As such, those entrusted with this duty have been bound by an enchantment, which prevents us from speaking of such matters without the express permission of the Forum.
How is that even possible?
It's been some time since I last gave a lecture. Please, take a seat.
Dear. Okay.
We shall begin by reviewing the fundamentals of etherology. The ether, which imbues us with life, can be categorized into three forms. Two are of the incorporeal sort, the soul and the memory. Can anyone tell me the third? Yes, very good.
Okay.
This is the form with which the layman is most familiar. Consumed by even the simplest of daily activities, and replenished by the food and drink that sustain us, this form of ether is in constant flux. In contrast, the ether that comprises the soul is rarely subject to dramatic change. The same can be said for memory, as the two are intrinsically linked. Picture the soul as paper, and memories as words written upon it. Now, what would happen if that paper was doused with ink?
Yeah, like he would have done this with his bare hat, with his regular hats.
It would blot out everything that was written.
Precisely. We would be unable to recall the memories, and any activities that depend upon them would be hindered as well. In fact, this exact phenomenon was observed on a vast scale not so long ago. And what might that have been?
The seventh Umbral Calamity. The people of Eorzea vividly recall Bahamut breaking free of the Lesser Moon and raining hellfire down upon the realm. But no one could seem to remember the events that followed immediately afterwards.
Oh.
Indeed. To this day, we have yet to determine whether it was an unintended consequence or a deliberate act. The enchantment which binds me and the rest of the Forum is based on a similar principle. And yes, it is a contravention of the Sharlayan prohibition against the practice of memory manipulation.
Okay.
Only when a new member is inducted and told of our great duty are they subjected to the process. A necessary evil. You have my word that it would never be used to manipulate the populace?
Yeah.
I should hope not. But can this enchantment be dispelled
If that
and your
power
memories
exists, I'm sure
restored?
someone would use it that way.
If 9/10 of our members give their approval, then the process may be reversed. Then, and only then, would we be able to speak freely to others of our sacred duty. Barring that, we must wait until we return to the ethereal sea. For there we will be purified, the blots upon our souls washed clean. And our memories drift apart and dissolve, rather defeating the purpose, I suppose. But there are those memories that are indelibly etched upon our souls, some believe.
Like the imprint on the paper.
What happens after that?
We are reduced to pure ether, coalesce with that of others, and create souls anew. Alternative schools of thought assert souls remain whole and return to the corporeal world, reborn into another form. Both theories have their proponents. Personally, I consider each equally probable.
Okay.
Well, I think that's enough education for today, now that I've given you some food for thought. Or rather, an entire banquet.
So like how our soul is the same as the unsundered person? Oh dear. Oh, that's kind of
I
cute.
would
now, but-
remind you that although I'm unable to assist you with certain matters, the resources at my disposal may still
sick,
be of
nice.
use to you. I'll arrange for you all to be given the run of Phenomenon. Of course, as associate to
Phenomenal.
our alumni and the students of Baldessian, this privilege is extended to you as well, my friend. Oh, and I suggest you speak with Ki Aliapo. She's well known among the artisans of Sharlian, and her network of contacts may prove useful in your search for knowledge. I wish you all the best in your pursuits, wheresoever they may take you.
Okay. Friends are rough along. If you are game Diablo will put your artistry to good truth. Oh, artisanry? Oh, so she's the artisan person for this area. And you'll be one of the finest mages Charlotte has ever produced. I see myself at ease, sorry, powerful magic said no doubt. Actually, he's a close friend of our grandfather. Come to you, it's just... Oh, I'll be right back. Okay, we're back. Except. Understanding the forum's true motives and the mysteries of life itself. We're good. I came here with the intent of expressing my gratitude. I'm more indebted than before. Friendship and support will be a great boon to us in the days to come. Let's head back to the annex. Perhaps on the way you could be better acquainted yourself with Ki Alipo, the scholar suggested. Annex with Rahab. I guess it's here. Okay. Not long ago after we departed for the sea, passing this chance to attend his lecture with college perhaps. And this afternoon I've yet to fully grasp the lie. the land here in Charlian, even finding my way to the next road to challenge. You dare not let your guard down. Around key. One small favor becomes another, and then another, and before you know it, you'll be running the other side of the world in search of a bottle of wine or some other rubbish. Yeah, it might not make for a welcome change of pace from your usual heroics, as Skulk said. It should also lead to interesting discoveries. Okay. Done an adequate job of relaying Skulk to the real experiences are a field of souls and memories he had no trouble understanding yet. Welcome back. From what I hear from your trip, the student proved most educational. While you were away, I received word from the fellow scions. The use of wandering skills is met with much joy, preparation, and an evolution. Grand company appears here. Move forward. So we bring the skills in our position to rinse them inside. Listening to the way that the winds are blowing. Just realize the obvious will bring. Skills out of storage and you have emergency. Realize these crates were so heavy. You shouldn't complain though. Vitra and the Alchemists of the Great Work put their heart and soul into each one of the skills, so let's treat them with the most care. You're not coming with us. All I do is get the formula she gave and little choice but to stay behind. Well, you can imagine how I love them. I shall remain here and do my utmost to nullifying any fear, more feathers as I ruffling any more feathers as I await word from Master Matoya and the other allies. With luck, soon we'll have good news of our own to share. To them salute. Go over here. the Limsa. Admirals at present entertain the elder seats here in the Sultana. I should show you. Okay. All three leaders are here. Apologies for calling you away from Charlian at such short notice. I am utterly grateful, pleasantly surprised to be joined by such esteemed company. 'Twas only right the discussion to be conducted in person. We locked in a war of attrition, our forces struggling to contain the threat posed by the towers. And only a matter of time before we are overwhelmed. Durably killing through to decisive action, and we have taken the ship to set the wheels in motion. It is reassuring to learn we are in one accord. What your plan entails. It hinges entirely on the warding scales and the ability to utilize their potential to the fullest. During your time in Charlian, the allied nations have been engaged on separate fronts, with no end in sight. That is worse, a surge of abductions of Koval, Shahagan, Ixlil, and Ananta have given rise to an increasing number of primals as well. But your triumphant Razahan gives us cause to hope once more. Okay. The time has come to free ourselves of this menace, and it is you, the Signs of Seventh Dawn, who have shown us the way. While the bulk of our forces will continue to hold the Telafroi at bay, we will dispatch our finest to strike at the enemy's heart, Garlemald. These brave few will be the Ilsabard contingent. They're going straight for Garlemald. Do you think such progress has been made in so short a span? Objectives are twofold. First is to provide aid to the people of Garlemald. As previously reported, countless Imperial soldiers and citizens have been tempered, robbing them of their free will. They serve the Telafrois every whim without question. They too are victims. It is our duty to deliver them from their suffering, not for strategic or political gain, but because it is the right thing to do. I do not ask that we set aside our decades of conflict and conquest, that we simply choose to forgive and forget. I only ask that choosing to remember, we do not forsake our compassion and morality without fear, for without that there can be no reconciliation, only death without it. On that we can agree. Our second objective is the colossal tower that Banquet Uyandra observed at the capital. Though its purpose remains unclear, there is reason to believe the smaller spires merely precursor to the one that's yet to come. Until the Tower of Zot was toppled, we failed to make any headway through the same, though the same can be said of the Telafroi. There's certainly no rush to press further into our lands. I'd wager the Spire's primary purpose is to divide and keep us occupied with the work towards our annihilation. This would appear to be substantiated by your Stolas' analysis of the towers, influenced by ethereal currents. Zod desires siphon ether from the land, consuming to maintain their form. However, they draw forth more is required for the task alone. The excessive ether remains unaccounted for, but we can be sure it's not to be harnessed for our benefit. It wouldn't surprise me in the least if it was being redirected to a large spire in the capital. There's logic to that. Regardless, once we have uncovered the truth, we'll bring the schemes down. No towers. That's all well and good, but what would you have us do with someone handing over the scales? I want you and your scales to join the Ulcerbard contingent. Consider an official request of both the Grand Company of Eorzea and the Eastern Alliance. Do you accept? Sure, you don't answer that. Sure. I don't like the other two. Still, Thancred and Iraja have already pledged their support and are on the way to meet the rest of the contingent. They were positive that you would come to the same decisions they did. Luckily, all involved, the prediction is correct. To deliver the loading scales to Alamigo, the condition will embark on the street to Ulcerbard. Urbana and Lord Emmerich are overseeing preparations, so I suggest you make yourselves known to upon their arrival. Pack warm clothing, furs and the like. Without it, the cold will do you in before the Telor is so much as draw steel. As for us, we'll keep the enemy busy while you're gone. They are not the only ones who can create a diversion. Now go seek the others and see. Okay. Alamigan Quarter. Right, let's go. The boxes. Oh, I don't like Amigo. It's so like boxy. I must quiz Thancred and we're not shown the conditions that we can expect in Garlemald. I know it's cold, but how cold? Will I need to get my ears covered and they can be a bit sensitive at times. You know, I'm quite looking forward to seeing who's selected for the Ulcerbard contingent. I have a few people in mind. Care to make a friendly wager? This is all rather daunting. It's not for quite in the way I was expecting. We'll be standing shoulder to shoulder with the Alliance's finest, the best of the best. We're like, it's like, perhaps a way to distract myself from worried about marching into Garlemald. So for me, I'm saying don't you dare breathe in another word of court. Fancy meeting you. I trust a mutual friend is selling until life is decided. Nice. Okay. Robon. Wanderers return. You've been busy bringing down the tower and pursuing the keys to destroying the rest of them. You should be proud. The warding skills of yours are what's made this whole venture possible. Will you and Lord Emmerich be leading the contingent? Incredibly no. Our role is to organize various delegations into a cohesive unit. Once we have seen you off, let's back to our respective posts. My later duties for too long are lesser defensive efforts fall into disarray. With a fair amount of opposition from the formation of the Ilsa Barking Missionaries, problems have made me rather unpopular with some quarters. I training for you. Alas, I have battles on my own to fight. My words may serve me better than anybody. My struggles are my own. The best we can offer you is peace of mind, the knowing ours is to safe ends. These are the naysayers that cause stress. We meet again. Who's this? Oh. Gaius and Maxima. Much has occurred since we parted ways in Whirlite. From what I gather, the protective talismans we obtained led to the formation of this expeditionary force. My hunter's investigation is but a minor one, that being of information I shared with Maxima. For the sake of the people of Garlemald, may the fates be on your side. You're not coming with us. I'm stating this. I hope I live west to my homeland and save my people. No. But though every mote of my being cries for vengeance, I cannot be the one to deliver it. My presence alone will place the entire mission in jeopardy. I stand accused of murdering Emperor Varus. Oh, that's true. Oh, it's okay. Were I to travel to Ilsabard contingent, I would give my countrymen ample cause to question our motives. Obviously, those who believe me innocent may instead celebrate the return of a former legatus and attempt to raise me in the position of leadership, further destabilizing the region. Complicating contingent's mission. Yeah. Branded villain or hailed as hero, I would only hinder your efforts. Okay. Also, he's based in Merlin now. That's kind of cool, though. Earth, you have my gratitude. Your comrades with the same courage to deliver my countrymen uncertainty. In light of Gaius' rather unique circumstances, I instead will assume the role of your god. I am made effective for political reasons. My love for Garlemald endures. I will stop at nothing to protect her and her people. I may even bump into an old acquaintance or two. If I don't see you again, ere you depart, may the Furies guide and protect you all of you. Members of Ilsa Barking gathered at the Royal Palace. I should inform them of your arrival. Please make your way inside as soon as you're ready. Okay.
By the 12.
Okay. Who's here? Oh, there's a lot of people. Hey, is Lise joining us? Oh, that's that guy.
Glad you could join us. I hope you don't mind, but we went ahead and started without you.
Hey, was that all
As
the
you can
guild
imagine,
leaders?
our traveling companions were eager to become acquainted. 'Tis a rare thing indeed to see such a diverse and talented group of individuals assembled for a single purpose. We fight not only for the sake of Eorzea, but for the entire world, including the people of Garlemald.
Yeah, it's the
Much
Black Mages
rides on the
Guild.
efforts of the Ilzabard contingent.
Bow people? I'm not sure who that is. Marauders? White Mage.
Indeed, which is why I am glad to find myself in the company of many trusted comrades, yourselves included.
Lucia!
I have come at the behest of Lord Emmerich, who has honored me with the role of Ishgard's representative. And for the good of all nations, not least my former homeland, I am determined to see this mission through to its end. We have a hard road ahead of us, but walk it we shall, together.
That's so cool. Lucia's back.
We too welcome this opportunity to work together once more. I have faith that, if there is a way to resolve this conflict, we will find it.
Allow me to introduce you to the rest of our company. Everyone! If I may have your attention.
Wait, is Lise joining us? As a member of this? It'd be nice to have her back as a scion, but I think she's leading Alamigo, isn't she?
Might I ask you to speak first?
Oh.
If I must. I am Arun Senna, spokesman for the Gridanian delegation. Here on behalf of my esteemed sister, the Elder Seedseer, we shall provide support and protection to those in need during our time in Garlemald. To that end, I am joined by healers selected by the Conjurers Guild, with the Order of the Twin Adder's Finest serving as our escort.
Dang, alright.
Of course, with an experienced white mage such as yourself accompanying us as well, those requiring more involved treatment will be in safe hands. Raya O sends her regards, by the way.
Suppose I'd better say my piece.
Oh, this guy.
Wait, I know you.
The name's Sicard, in case you've forgotten. Truth be told, I'd rather you had.
It's because they tried to
Anyway,
take over.
The Admiral asked Captain Hilfear to send his best, and for whatever reason, he picked me.
He was trying
Of
to
course,
undermine
if I
us.
refused, I'd be the laughing stock of the bloody executioners, and my reputation's taken enough of a keyhole-in as it is. But more importantly, like any pirate worth his salt, I know when you're staring down a storm, you gotta trust in the commander of your ship. So if the Admiral wants us to go to Garlemald, not for plunder and glory, but the promise of peace in our time, then that's what we'll do. Since we all know how much the Empire loves its steel, we thought we'd bring along a few smiths to make the most of it. Give them a pile of scrap and they'll cobble together anything you fancy. Of course, just like the Gridanians, we got fighters of our own. We might have come with a more constructive purpose in mind, but we're more than capable of cracking skulls, believe you me.
Well, you're certainly raring to go. But then again, so are we. The most dependable warriors of Uldar and Alamigo have assembled at the Sultana and General Alden's
Pippin.
behest.
The Black Mage Guilds.
If Garlemald has truly fallen, then the whole place is likely to be crawling with Telophoroi. We'll need plenty of troops to clear and hold a path for others to follow. That's where we come in. Naturally, Marshal Tarapin and I will be leading from the front.
It's been some time since I last saw you in your element on the battlefield.
From what I've heard, you've become pretty fearsome yourself. Master Matoya? The avatar of destruction? With comrades like these, I know we'll succeed, no matter what awaits us. And then we might finally get a chance to enjoy a good long rest.
As for Ishgard, we Temple Knights have come in force to uphold our nation's commitment to the peace and welfare of our allies. The bitter cold of Garlemald is a formidable enemy in of itself. Our experience fighting in ice and snow will prove invaluable in the days ahead. Accordingly, I have been designated commander of the Ilzabard contingent. I will do all in my power to provide you with the leadership and guidance you require.
They're like the same environment.
The four high houses, House Hylinart foremost among them, have arranged for a host of machinists to join us on our mission. Their knowledge of Imperial Magitech is sure to be a great boon. They will address any problems of a technical nature, together with the smiths of Limpsa Lomitsa. There is another awaiting introduction.
Oh, he's here.
Lord Emanolaine!
He's come so far.
Ah, yes. Emanolaine de Forton, at your service.
He was such a bitch before.
Though, lest there be any misunderstanding, I should stress that I've not become a fearsome warrior while you were away. Rather, far from it, actually. My brother, in his infinite wisdom, decided this would be an excellent chance to make something of myself. Oh, and fight for world peace and all that. But, should the opportunity arise for a spot of ballroom dancing, I will be your twinkle-toed gentleman of light.
That's so random. He's here.
Huzzah! I cannot wait to regale Honoroa with my tales of daring.
That's how you say that name? Honoroa.
I believe that concludes introductions for the Grand Company of Eorzea. Our allies from the Eastern Alliance were due to arrive some time ago, but it would appear they have been delayed.
No, what?
Would that be the Shinobi of Doma?
Actually, they've been tasked with relaying messages back and forth between the various Eastern nations. According to Lord Hien, however, an equally capable company of warriors has been sent in their stead.
Out of my way, you preening fool!
Oh, it's Fordola. Oh no, it's Sadu. What? I thought Fordola was gonna join this, wouldn't she? Oh. The Azim step.
Forgive us for coming
Why is he
late.
here?
We are the delegates of the Eastern Alliance.
Cyrena, and you've brought company.
The mole.
For battle and blood we come. As a
I
step
thought she was.
sorely
Her voice
lacking
sounds so
in
similar
both.
to Fordola's.
No towers befoul our lands, so we marched on those of Doma, only to find them beyond our reach. But now our thirst for slaughter will be slaked. No quarter to the enemy!
Sadu Hatun, no. We go to make peace with the Iron Men, not war.
Warriors of the Steppe, we've heard many tales of your bravery. We welcome you as allies. And these other ones you have brought are...
Members of the Dalmascan Resistance Group,
Dalmasca.
Lente's Tears.
Okay.
And the Bosnian resistance.
It would be nice to actually enter those two places. We've never seen them. Aside from the Alliance raid.
Between them, they have a wealth of experience in espionage, and are particularly adept at infiltrating Imperial facilities. Which is fortuitous, since Garlemald's domain is so vast that I could never hope to handle reconnaissance duties all by myself.
Dalmasca, Bosnia, Alamigo. All lands which have suffered the tyranny of the Empire. I would never presume to question your motives. Nevertheless, I must reiterate that our goal is to aid the victims of the Telophoroi, the common folk of Garlemald. And they are victims, make no mistake. Though I understand that many may struggle to see them as such.
You're more right than you know. For every one of us that answered the call, there were a dozen that refused. Not only in Alamigo, but everywhere we went. And who could blame them? The Empire's always been the enemy.
Yeah, that's fair. I wouldn't join this.
But after seeing what we've seen, fighting and working against and with Garleans, there's no denying the simple truth. They're just people. No different from you or I.
A lot of people died though.
They've got their share of liars and murderers, but so do we. So do we all. Fordola, who once swore herself to Garlemald, has proven herself a trusted ally time and time again. Every Eorzean here knows Cid Garland, the Imperial defector who shared with us countless technological wonders. Gaius bloody Baelsar himself is working to help rebuild Werlid, a nation he once conquered. So you can believe me when I say that every fighter here understands and accepts that the Imperials are not monsters and are deserving of help. Or at least that they were able to put aside their feelings for the greater good. It won't be easy. But we're all determined to make this world a better place.
That's
What lingering concerns I may have had were clearly unwarranted. I agree with everything you said wholeheartedly.
Then we are in accord. Now, let us review our strategy. To reach the Garlean capital in northern Ilsabard, we must cross the central mountain range. Fortunately, Garland Ironworks can provide aerial transport, sparing us this most treacherous part of our journey.
okay.
However, attempting to fly any closer to Garlemald would attract the attention of the Telophoroi. As they appear to have seized control of the majority of the Imperial military, we must assume that includes its fleet. In addition, Garlemald possesses devices that can interfere with airship navigational systems, further discouraging an airborne approach.
You have your
Given the
eyes.
circumstances, the closest we dare deploy our contingent is an area between the range and the capital, the Magna Glaciers. From there, we must travel the rest of the way on foot. We will also need to bring the airships with us to ensure we can withdraw with haste. Although much of the terrain will be blanketed in snow, we should be able to make use of local roads and shipping facilities. The vast ice field will afford us an unobstructed view of the surrounding area. On the other hand, it will also allow others to easily spot us. So, it is imperative that we only make camp in positions where we can easily defend ourselves. And the airships, which must be kept safe at all costs.
We cannot account for every possibility, so we must be prepared to think on our feet. Spare no effort in your preparations. Once we depart, there is no turning back.
The whole room. Oh dear. It's kind of cool that they called us out as like the white mages, but oh my god, there's so many characters to talk to. Serena, I was worried for you. Some strange shit. Oh my god, he's here. Alice Sentiment. Sadu. I like these three. I don't know who this is. Sanson. Oh, it's the Lancers Guild. That's probably why. You know, he's part of the White Mages crew. This guy's from the Bards Guild. Who's gonna be fought with? Pippin! Elise. Chuchito! We didn't really finish the monk guild, like the job quests, so that's probably why they didn't speak to us. Oh, I should have finished the job quests. I'm sure they would have, like, he probably would have spoken to us, and same with the monks guild. Maxima. This dude, dear. He has to be the luckiest guy having to survive this long. I finished the machinist quest, so I don't know why only the white mage is the one that talked to us. I'm sure I finished it. He's nowhere to be seen. Oh, the Red Mage Guild leader isn't here. Where's the Black Mages? How come we're not allowed to talk to this one? Ranger. That's crazy. That's so cool. Who else is here? Oh, it's this dude. Isn't this the blacksmith guild leader? No. Maybe. It looks like them. Assembled here, Amalja and several other tribes offered to send troops of their own. Unfortunately, due to their physiology, many would struggle to simply survive the harsh climate of Isambard. It would also likely prove tempting targets for reduction by the Telephoroi. Let's consider it cannot be or defensive Eorzea, although their eagerness to use has been noted. The Amalja were gonna help us. Oh, we have to talk to everybody. Okay. Let's start with Serena. Culting gone along, so we came prepared. Oh, we have to give them the scales. Okay. Positives, we keep us close at all times, yes. I will see to that no one misses theirs. Before I forget, I have a message from here. Stand together, fight when darkness shines. No light of life. Wisdom versus justice, dogma that shake author has been plagued by the towers. He and Yuguri labor without rest to unite the people. Their aim will keep the enemy at bay. This step in the Eastern Alliance will repay your efforts by ending this war. Nice. Buonasera. Here's a scale. Warning scales, enough for me and my men, I see. I myself am especially grateful for the opportunity to visit distant lands. I wish to follow the footsteps of Master Atoa and learn all there is to learn of the star we call home. As I volunteer to join the expedition to journey outside the tallest village, it's a rare privilege afforded to the Padro. Since colonies and merchants their commerce bring the god. I need to read up on what the Padro are again. I think they're like closely related to the elementals, but like, they play such a small role in the story. But like, considering what they are, I felt like they should have been more important. Dragon will be worth the deal when it's all over. Hold on, I'll tell for them. He wants to sell them already. I don't know. My captain says Hefner told me that they needed someone to help safeguard the future. Here I am. Can't say that much. It's fine. I'm not looking. Well, it'd be nice to have Lise back on our team. Even the laymen like me can tell they're bursting with ether. Not the better to fend off the the tempering waves. Is that the right direction? I mean, these will give us one less thing to worry about, which leaves the other mountain or whatever else. So it's back in the grave where he belongs. Warding scales of Ishgardian delegation, I take it. Here you go. Well, Lucia. Many thanks. These talismans may prove to be the deciding factor in the battles to come. I was self-conflicted in the foray to Garlemald, sent by the Empire to infiltrate Ishgard. Only to throw my lot with those secrets I was supposed to be stealing. Oh yeah, I forgot she was supposed to be a spy for Garlemald before. She just ended up joining their side. That is doubtless chosen by Lord Emmerich, and he would have me put my extensive knowledge to former ties to good use. I will not disappoint him. No, that large, I will lead us to victory. That's cool. For the sake of my people, with little to offer in return, I would impart some advice. Being aware of the cold of Ilsabard, and I cannot stress enough that this is no token warning. Teachers they receive alchemist skill, but understand that they are no substitute for proper protection. Mostly protection in your discretion. Now, let us proceed to the meeting quarter. I was ready for their ships. Oh, okay. I guess we're flying there right now. That's okay. I was not expecting this to happen so fast. And some coats. I got my armor and lots. What more could I need? Yeah, he's already made for the winter. I'll take care of you. See you. My coat is quite warm, but I have something rather thicker for occasions like these. There's no telling how long we'll be out in the open. We'll go starting fires willingly if we want to avoid detection. Potions to fortify the flesh against the wind and cold are commonly sold in Ul'dah markets, though there are dubious provisions to no efficacy. It is said, however, in recent days the Alchemist Guild have produced a tincture capable of such a feat. We hope the advancements of the Thavnarian counterparts did spur them into action. I'll be put to shame. Okay. Since we're afraid that we require warmer clothing, my present guard may be lacking. Fur collar notwithstanding. Oh dear. We're going from like the tropics to the freaking north. To make ready before we set forth. Don't worry about Ranger and I, we still have what we wore in the Garlemald before. Sean claims to be quite warm and toasty beneath his armor, and since he has spent a fair more time up in north recently as well, I have no reason to doubt those words. We're gonna company stock, and the rest of you can do likewise, I suppose, provided you. But I wouldn't see me dead in one of those ridiculous overcoats. If only I had time to find something of my own liking. The cryons. Oh, hark, is that the cryo signs in need of a tailor, I hear. Oh, Sitaru. I haven't seen her in a while. Yes, indeed. I thought you could see him off to Elsabard without telling me. Nothing escapes my notice. Oh, she's wearing a different outfit, I think. Now you will wear these garments I've made for you, whether you like it or not. You never cease to amaze. You need a new outfit as well. Are you coming with us? Of course not, silly. It's not nothing but fashion, rather the pursuit of the highest quality. We are in the desert though, she's wearing this fucking fur thing. I'll wear one on myself. One other thing to share. Artemis, what? And Blomwida? Who are these people? Artemis and Blomwida. They finally returned from their assignments in the faraway lands. I'll be staying in the Rising Stones for a while. Keep an eye on events throughout Eorzea. Since I'll be running back to the headquarters, I was wondering if I could lend a hand in Australian. Keep Kral company in the Baldesion Annex. It does sound like Animal Crossing. Oh, I should move this. So I did a fine job carrying on in our stead while we were lying comatose with them in charge of the Rising Stones. We have nothing to worry about. Let's see. Collapsing again because certain someone shown is in position to transport your souls to another world. Anything similar disasters were to happen, I will be well positioned to do something about it. Anyway, I've got a few things to take care of. I'll make my way to Shalgan. I need to hope these new clothes are enough to keep you warm in Garlemald. When you do, then pray for your safe return, which is every day. Any longer. Oh, the sun's setting. Your winter woolies, handcrafted by yours truly. Oh, that's cool. She gave it. That's so funny. Okay. I guess we have to wear it now. Can you color this? Oh, we can color this. Blue green. Lots of changes. Christmas. Which one should I switch? Maybe we'll go in as machinist. Yeah, we'll go as a machinist. I guess it's fine like this. I don't know. Sure. Okay. The ship's pilot has been sent to meet you. Be careful, wouldn't you? Oh, it's already okay. It's an instance. You also continue across the mountains into Garlemald. Something homecoming and lustrous founder. This can to success of this expedition. Okay, where did it end? Oh. Entirety. Oh, okay. Because it's a bunch of cutscenes. You'll be required to participate in a battle. Your progress will be saved at certain points. In the event that you are defeated, you will be able to try again from these. Oh, I might lose again. Request, log out from the game and progress will be lost. Oh, level sank down. What are the cutscenes gonna be? Is it gonna be cutscene now? Maybe we should disappear for a sec. Boop.
Ilsabard, divided in twain by a vast mountain range. Those who would traverse its jagged peaks face peril at every step. But why go by foot when one can simply fly?
Airships.
On the outskirts of the Imperial capital, in the frozen wastes of the Magna Glacius.
Glacius. Is that glacies? Glacies?
The winds howl in icy protest, as if to warn against further trespass.
He doesn't feel anything. The white mage. He's just wearing shorts. I mean, maybe it's because of their ties to the elementals that he doesn't feel anything.
From Thancred's reconnaissance party. They've sighted a detachment of heavily armed Imperials.
Survivors of the Civil War, perhaps?
Oh, I like her coat.
Perhaps, but there is more to it than that. Maxima reports that they are led by Vergilia, legatus of the 3rd Legion, which comprises the bulk of their number. However, they are also joined by several members of the 1st.
From what I recall, the 3rd Legion fought for Nerva in the War of Succession following Varus's death. The 1st, on the other hand, were under the direct command of the Emperor and rejected Nerva's claim to the throne. These legions were enemies.
They've probably been mind-controlled.
Indeed. In fact, our sources claim that it was a conflict between them that sparked the Civil War. Yet now, these former foes cooperate to defend a ruined Garlemald from invasion.
Yeah.
Then it is all but certain they have been tempered.
They've been mind-controlled, oh god.
So, what's the plan?
Back.
If me and my crew is out reaving, we charge straight in, no messing about. But that ain't what we're here for.
Quite right. Soldiers or no, they are people of Garlemald. The very ones we have come to aid. Direct confrontation is unavoidable. Nevertheless, we must make every effort to limit casualties on both sides. Rather than kill them, I would remove them from the field.
How so? Savage beatings, disarmament, and imprisonment? Not impossible, but easier said than done in the heat of battle.
Is it because he's just not affected by the weather that he's just wearing shorts out here? It's just bothering me. I don't know if they went through that before.
Having observed the opposition, I imagine Thancred had something to suggest?
He did. He and the other scouts have already infiltrated a supply depot some distance beyond the Imperial detachment's current position. Stored within is a stockpile of Magitech armaments, and once we give the signal, Thancred's team will destroy them all. In so doing, we will deprive frontline troops of materiel, and likely force the detachment to send men to investigate.
Divide and conquer. Not a bad idea.
Damn, look at Oriandra's outfit.
Once the scouts have finished their
Oh,
preparations,
he's wearing
we
his
will
black
split
fight-
into two
black
groups.
mage gear.
The first will form the vanguard, while the other brings up the rear with our supplies. As for the Scions, I ask that you lend your assistance where you deem it needed most. I would prefer, however, that you accompany the rearguard and be prepared to join the van at a moment's notice. Kept in reserve as our trump card, so to speak.
Okay. Imperial Supply Depot. Meanwhile,
Your proposal was well received. More specifically, they asked that we destroy the Imperial's toys in as spectacular a fashion as possible.
Ishtola always did have a flair for the dramatic. She's not an easy woman to please, but I shall do my best to satisfy her thirst for fireworks. All right, once more for my peace of mind. Our first objective will be to rig the enemy's Magitech with explosives. After we've withdrawn to a safe distance, we'll detonate them remotely. Our second will be to issue a deactivation command to the automated units via the control terminal. If our calculations are correct, this signal should reach those deployed on the front line, giving our friends a much-needed upper hand. The blizzard will help us stay hidden, so let's aim to get in and out before it passes. Trust in the plan, and we should all live to see
I think
tomorrow.
what to play is the Scions in this.
In the meantime, I will relay messages back and forth as the situation unfolds. You'll forgive me if I ask again, but are you certain you wish to play the lone wolf?
Wouldn't have it any other way. Call it foolish and reckless if you like, but I'll get the job done. I always do.
Very well. I wish you the best of luck.
Are we playing as Thancred first? Then? What do you... Oh yeah, we are. Okay. Mission.
Keep your wits about you.
It's time. We only have one shot at this, so let's make it count.
Oh, they're going that way.
7 hells.
Uh-oh. We're not supposed to fight. I'm gonna die to this thing. Oh dear. Give up. we continue. Stay behind this guy.
Seven hells.
I've been spotted. Damn it. How are we gonna do this? What is this move? Okay, that wasn't too bad. We just...
This is Thancred. The explosives are in place.
Very good. All is proceeding as planned. Head to the control terminal. It should be to the northwest.
Understood. Have the others wait at the rendezvous point. Must be losing my touch.
Miss. How did it miss? He has a smoke bomb. He could definitely kill this thing. supposed to work on these?
Must be losing my touch.
Oh god. I've been spotted.
No, not yet.
Damn it, how am I supposed to get past that part? Oh my, okay. Sure. Oh dear. Okay.
Keep your wits about you.
It's time. We only have one shot at this, so let's make it count.
Must be losing my touch. Seven hells.
Over to the corner. Why don't they see it last time?
Must be losing my touch.
I should have just killed these ones. Maybe I should just kill these spider things. And the other ones I can hide from.
This is Thancred. The explosives are in place.
Very good. All is proceeding as planned. Head to the control terminal. It should be to the northwest.
Understood. Have the others wait at the rendezvous point.
Must be losing my touch.
Spider thing. Oh dear, it's going up. There's too many. Oh my. How am I supposed to go through this? Okay. What are these out for now? So just take them out while avoiding these things. Okay. I'll just keep doing that. Okay, we can do this. Put a spider to go. I didn't realize we could use that skill.
Must be losing my touch.
Stupid spider things. I think I only have one more. Well, okay. That wasn't so horrible. I do wish they kind of explained what his abilities did before
You are
thrown in there like that.
and none the worse for wear, to my considerable relief.
Oh god.
What news from our comrades?
They stand at the ready.
Excellent. Then let the fireworks begin.
Okay.
The blizzard's beginning to clear. The Vanguard should be engaging the Imperials any moment now, if they haven't already. Ishtola and the others are with them, so I'm sure they'll be all right, but... Wait! Something's coming!
It's the dogs.
Oi, oi! Looks like we ain't the only ones who sent out scouts. Keep them away from the carriages! We lose those, and we're as good as dead!
Fighters! Protect the others! A brief respite, but stay alert. Keep the carriages safe.
Oh.
What impeccable timing! Fear not, friends! The savior of Ishgard is here!
Oh, never mind.
A fine display, but the other carriages are still in danger. Go on ahead. We'll hold the line.
We're the only ones still struggling. Time we put our backs into it then. I've been itching for a good scrap. right back there? We're fine, and ready for more.
Okay.
Hear that? Get to the front and turn the tide.
There. Okay. Front line. Who's on the front line if we're... Oh, there's the towers. Oh, Lisa's here.
Removed from the field was not a euphemism for enthusiastically murder.
Oh, that's what they're putting.
It's nothing that won't heal in time.
Oh my god, he's just like fucking
The
murdered.
trouble is, their tempering has made them utterly fearless. Subduing them would be easier if they had the capacity to submit in the first place.
Well, this is the path our young charges would have us walk, and that we all agreed to follow. You knew it would be hard, yet still you pledged your lance, did you not?
Yeah.
That I did.
That's for Gilia. Damn it. I need to help the others take her down.
There's no end to them!
I was wondering when you'd turn up. There's no stopping us now. Come on. Let's show them what we're made of.
Hey. There's 2 tanks. Yes. Okay. We don't have a healer on our team.
We have them now! Forward!
Right! Let them have it!
As a raging bull!
That's her! Virgilia!
Do not fall behind!
tremble before the sun!
Holy. Thank God for Saru's nuke. Dear.
A worthy adversary! Rest, recover, reclaim yourself. Then we will fight again, to the death!
Sadu Hatun!
That was the last of them. The day is ours, thanks to your timely arrival. What of the supply caravan? Outmaneuvered, but not outmatched. Good. Let us take the Imperials into custody and rejoin our comrades. And soon we shall arrive at the capital.
Now, is that really what the capital looks like now?
So cold and unforgiving. Thus spoke Emperor Solus as he gazed upon his barren domain. "800 years it had been since the Garleans first set foot here. Bested by the Kavosi, after centuries of war and driven from fertile southern pastures into the blasted northern wastes.
Okay. I guess there was a civil war that just recently happened.
In that garden of desolation, they clung to one another for warmth. Freezing, hungry, desperate, hated.
Oh, it's moving up and down.
The chosen forsaken. In the year 1513 of the 6th Astral Era, a young legatus named Solus single-handedly sparked the Magitech Revolution.
So I'm itself.
How did he conceive the machina that feed on ceruleum?
Because he was an Asian.
Once a common, soft-spoken soldier, how had he so quickly ascended through the ranks? Like so many others, those who knew the truth are gone. Taking in the capital with his eyes for the first time, I recall thinking to myself, far colder on the earth than in the heavens. Yes, far colder indeed. Bitterly so.
Not so much as a whisper.
That's suspicious.
The roads leading beyond the city walls would have been used less in recent years. Nevertheless, this was one of the most important gateways into the capital.
A buzz day and night with activity, aye. Merchants passing through the checkpoint, many of them stopping at the local hostelries.
Surely they cannot all have been tempered.
We can consider the question after we have made camp.
Dear, what happened to Garlemald?
If we spend any longer outside, we may well freeze to death where we stand. The tempered Imperials, too.
It's pretty good for wearing shorts. Just kidding.
This will be our temporary base of operations. Secure shelter for ourselves and the injured, and dispatch scouts to survey the surrounding area.
If we're planning on staying here a while, we ought to give this place a proper name.
Well, the constant sound of ice cracking underfoot makes me think of broken glass. An apt name, perhaps. But enough of this. To work, everyone!
Yeah, we're in the Garlean Empire. That's cool. I think this is the first time we've seen it. We finally made it here. Stolas over there. Unwell? What? Unwell? Why? The cold? Salvage operations. Okay. Oh, this dude. Everyone's in here. Well, doing that end stream for now. We're gonna get some food, and then I'll be back in a bit. Thanks for joining. I'm gonna be EFK here for a bit. I'll be back in 30 minutes. Enjoy the cold air. Oh. Enjoy the view of the cold area of Garlemald. Be by the etheric crystal. Okay, we'll be back. Oh. We are back. Sort of. What's this? What does Drunk Mugger have? What? I'll have to finish the main scenario to get there. Pretty big area. Doesn't open. Very mountainous here so far. For the obstacles we face, the plan proceeds apace. Just a little further and we'll reach the capital itself. Still, we mustn't get ahead of ourselves. As soon as the camp has been made, fit for the purpose, we are to discuss action with Lucia. Stola and Graha to join us in the building camp. We'll meet you there. Where was the Stola? There she is. Yes, I'll make my way over as my hand is cleared. I've been feeling all out of sorts since we arrived. The air is thick with a palpable aura of malevolence. 'Tis the monstrous tower on the horizon, jagged, hideous, and unholy. Even at a distance, its presence is overwhelming. That day. Much like the sensation I felt at the Tower of Zot, only far more terrifying, aether flows increasingly towards it, converging into a swirling mass of unfathomable power. I wonder what they're doing. They're gathering energy here for some reason. For a blessing, the constant chill in the air is helping to anchor my senses in the here and now. Tell the others I shall be with you in a few moments. It's too much ether, I guess. It's like messing with her vision. I'm pleased to know that most of the tempered have been quartered inside the nearby buildings. They are receiving treatments as we speak. I do, however, feel no small amount of guilt for commandeering civilian homes. This may be long gone, but everything is exactly as they left it. Considering the length of time it has clearly passed since, one would expect to find them ransacked. Strangely, there are no signs of anything having been stolen. As well, everyone fled in the first sign of trouble, although it seems to me many left far too many useful possessions behind. No conclusive evidence, but I strongly suspect they were tempered. No. Mission meeting, I will make my way there. Oh no. Yeah, they just left their homes because they were tempered. Look at this. Virgilia is in our care, along with the rest of the tempered. Glory to Virgilia. To receive even as they were in pain. Rowan taught me a lot about military strategy during the exercise in the fringes. Running units is wildly different from capabilities to reign the hustle. To put this teaching into practice. Pippin! We've asked the Ironwork members for some to stay with their shifts. Even when we're discovered, we must be ready to move them swiftly to a safer location. This is all the remains of Laterum. Homes become empty husks. If this is the state of the outlying villages, I dread to think what has become of the capital. Oh dear. Hello, spells. This place is bloody freezing. I'd rather be tied to a top mast in a storm and suffer the cold any longer. I can spare a swig of rum, that'll sort me right up. The tempered soldiers are sleeping soundly while they undergo treatment. There are too many to attend to at once, but I and the other healers will see to it all eventually. Let's see ya. Thank you for informing the others of our meeting. When everyone is here, we will begin. Oh dear.
Our present situation is as follows. Efforts to aid the people of Garlemald have begun in earnest. Moreover, having entered into the capital, the Imperial Palace is within our reach.
But before we proceed further, we must learn what has befallen this city. For therein lies the key to understanding and combating the Telophoroid's designs.
I have a suggestion, if I may. Several of the Imperial soldiers we captured on the Magna Glaciers are members of the Populares and acquaintances of mine. Once we have cured them of their tempering, they should be able to give a reliable account of the events leading to the capital's downfall.
A promising idea. I will assist the healers and their ministrations. Of course, I will require a porksy of my own, assuming you can spare one.
Would you like a hand?
No, I am sure we will manage. Better that you take my place in the field. The noxious ether of this place disagrees with me, and as I shall need to draw on my own for the treatment, 'twill be prudent for me to remain within the camp.
This talk of curing the tempered is all well and good, but I reckon the cold is a more pressing concern. All the houses round here are fitted with ceruleum heaters that could keep us warm and toasty. Problem is, the machines seem to have given up the ghost, and if we keep sitting around, freezing our asses off, we'll be next.
Well, he's not wrong.
My smiths reckon that with the right parts, they can have them working again, but it won't be easy.
Understood. The machinist will assist them in the repairs.
The rest of us should either stand watch or survey the area.
We've made our presence known to the Telophoroi. They will be searching for us, if they have not already ascertained our position. That we have seen no sign of them since the battle suggests they have yet to do so. However, I suspect they may be biding their time.
Or perhaps we are beneath their notice.
In any event, we'll find no answers standing around here. Urianger, Estinian and myself have visited Garlemald recently, so we'll lead the reconnaissance efforts. Perhaps bolstered by a few Bosnian and Dalmatian scouts from my previous excursion for good measure.
Don't forget about us Alamegans. We have experienced scouts of our own.
Well now, this is turning out to be a rather sizable team. With such numbers, we should be able to cover a wide area with relative ease, including that surrounding the Imperial Palace. How about you, Graha? I have a feeling we'll find a use or two for that vanishing spell of yours.
'Twould be my honor to be of service, though I doubt that you of all people need rely on my tricks.
That leaves us with guard duty.
As a matter of fact, I have something else in mind for the two of you and Alphino. Between here and the center of the capital lies the Eblan Rhine. I would have you search the area for survivors. Your keen sense of direction, honed in your extensive travels, should prove useful in navigating the ice fields. I have faith that you will, and look forward to greeting you on your safe return. You all have your duties. Let us make haste. May the Fury bless and keep you.
Okay. This whole with Tataro's clothing, I dread to think how we'd fare without it. It's to thank her when we next meet. It makes me realize too that while the people of Garlemald have spent their whole lives in conditions like these, even they'd be hard-pressed to survive away from the warmth of their homes. If there are any survivors, we must find them quickly. One sec. Sounds like a rather tall order. Since you ask, we are to scour the Eblan Rhine for survival. I'll have a chance you find someone. Take forever to finish the job without the benefit of my expertise, or more specifically, my telescope. Come friends, I know a spot to begin our search. He's enthusiastic about it. Well, we may as well humor him. Oh, well, that's kind of mean. Ko-cha-cha. We should talk to all of these people. Okay, it's the same. Let's open? Nope. Okay. There's an ether. Okay. One. Where's the next one? Southeast. Somewhere there. Few buildings I can see don't appear to be residences. They may still be warranted investigation though. I don't know how many wild beasts there are roaming the place. Perhaps it's now. Soldiers have gone, they're free to wander the forge as you please. Okay. Spy with my telescope. A massive sheep thing, or maybe it's a cow. Not what we're after either, wait. An ether current? Oh no, it's a wild sprite. Wind sprite. Snow, 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 but lo, what do I see here? We're on Hill Creek? That's a girl. A survivor. Show me. Over there behind the tree. Looks like she's running away from something. Oh, surely not us. She wouldn't even know we're here unless she had a telescope like mine. All I can tell is that she's wearing a pale green dress, a rather fetching one at that. Green dress. She'll be long gone by the time we get anywhere near, but we should be able to follow her footprints. Okay. Let's go. Don't Lucy you know where you're heading. Take these warming tinctures with you. The poor girl must be chilled to the bone, if not the verge of freezing to death. I'm sure you thought, well, thank you, but you don't need some for yourself? Oh no, I'll be fine. As a man of chivalry, my honor demands. I do no less, and lest we forget the very reason we're here is to protect those in need. Now go, and Godspeed. Oh, that's pretty nice of him, actually. He's grown quite a bit since Ishgard. In Mandalane. Okay. Supposed to be here somewhere. Those are huge. Like a sheep. Oops. I'll have to go that way. East. Over there. To this building? According to the label here, this place was used by those involved with extracting cerulean. Reading closer, I'm sure of it. At first we thought she'd gone inside the building, but the door doesn't look to have been opened in some time. Trim is still nearby. Looking around here. It also be possible she ran past this place. Am I searching up ahead? Where is our friend? This lady that ran away. Oh, there. From the distance, you might attract wild beasts to your location. It'd be safer to go closer first. Do so without attracting your attention. Okay. Okay. Oh my god. What do you mean? Okay. That's annoying. Okay. What are we supposed to do here? What? Being seen. Should you be detected, you must return to a certain point in time. Oh, we have to stay just far enough away, so we're just gonna follow her. Why can't we just like grab her and be like, what's going on? So what, we just hide here? Okay. I guess we have to just follow her wherever the hell she's going, which is stupid. What's the point of this? This is creepy. It's giving you vibes. Oh my god. Stupid thing that spawned. Go back. Boo. Right here. It's giving stalker vibes. Monster's gone from here, so. Okay. Oh my god. There's that building over there. Okay. Oh my god. Still in one piece. I'll suspect with explosives. Take another step and I'll blow this place sky high. What the hell? Means you just want to talk. Jose, we're a good friend. Here we go. We have no intention of hurting or taking anything from you or anyone else. I give you my word. We necromancers have come to provide aid to the people of Garlemald. Aid? You savages are responsible for this. You did this to us. We didn't, I promise you. One of the reasons we came was to find out what happened here, in fact. The Lotharii are the ones to blame. They're the ones who laid waste to Garlemald. And they won't stop until they've destroyed the entire world. They're the enemy. On our way, we encountered Imperial soldiers who have been made their thralls. Those poor souls are now in the care of Earth, striving to cure them of the affliction. You're the first person we've met who isn't already enslaved. How were you able to escape the Lotharii's influence? Others like you. I didn't mean to overwhelm you. Let's just start with introductions. Can you tell me your name? Licinia? As for how I managed to stay sane, I've been asking myself the same question ever since that night and the roar, the terrible roar, and then the screams. I was screaming too, I think. I'm not sure I can remember. Then came the silence. Everything was still. Oh damn, the whole place is gone. It was like waking up from a nightmare. I thought that might be... maybe the fighting had stopped, so I stepped outside. Oh damn, it's all like destroyed. That's so weird. If hells are real, I saw one that day. Running past friends, people I'd known my life, eyes vacant, dead, staring at the sky. Damn, what happened here? Others were mad and violent. I saw them struggle with soldiers, but didn't stay to watch. I fled as far as my legs would take me. You'd think she would have winter clothes, being from Garlemald. Do you have family here? Is this their home? No, this is Victor's Spoils, a mansion for retired soldiers, or it was, but now me and a few others are borrowing it. As for the explosives, I was making that up. I just wanted everyone to stay. I wanted to keep everyone else safe. I don't know if you were... Our supplies are running low. You said you're here to help, can you? Of course, whatever assistance we can provide you will. Better tell the others though. I'll wait here. Okay. This is everyone. You'd think she'd be a bit more cautious, considering what she just saw. He says you can be trusted, but these are desperate. We'd be fools to let in foreign troops into our home. And then reach of our means of heating the place is a good sign of goodwill. Perhaps we could take your word. That's too much to ask them, please leave us be. Firewood gathering skills to use. Could you prefer to sparkle a little magic outside? I have a fire burning in no time. But enjoy that gazebo. Yes, that will do. Okay. She still looks suspicious, which I mean, you know, that's normal. I'd be suspicious too. You've been fighting a war against these people your whole life and then suddenly they're here to help. I'm still finding it hard to come to terms with all that's happened. Now that you're here though, I'm hoping things might change for the better. It's weird seeing that whole city destroyed. I've worked up quite a sweat from all that running about, so I'll leave space around the fire for the others. As you can tell, they're in far worse state than me. We're planning to look for somewhere warmer, or with more food, but they're not going anywhere until we nurse them back to health. I don't know how to do. Is there anything you can do to help them? Well... Despondent refugee. ... Emaciated. All's well, all's well. With food in my belly and a song in my heart. I can feel my fingers again. What they need most is a decent meal. We have food back at the camp, but there's a distance to consider. I can treat their frostbite and their wounds. But it will take time for the fire to do its work. Now would be a good occasion to make use of Emelian's tinctures, as I give Horror Body inside and out. We should make sure everyone gets one. Okay. We can... Nope. Oops. Oh, I guess we start with him. Whoops, I didn't even see. Yo. Teacher, I've never heard such a thing. No harm in trying. Have you heard aught of the city? Though calling it that seems absurd after what's happened. Nothing but ruins now. Few buildings still standing offer no more than a meager protection from the wind and snow. Food reduction and water purification, Magitek sustained us, has come to a grinding halt. What machina that remains operational cannot be run for lack of ceruleum, of course. Ceruleum engines is full of the stuff. For all the good it does, no one here knows the first thing about extraction and refining. Here we go. Oh, what sweet libation is this? Is it poison by any chance? It's a joke, If I laugh, 'tis where I may not weep. So said the poet, and alas, my tears would freeze on my cheek ere they fell. We are the blessed damned, to bear witness to the fall of the great empire. Our brethren lie dead, like the puppets of flesh. First came the war, then came the roar. When morning came, Golemald was no more. In the cacophony of gunfire, explosions, and screams, was our beloved capital razed to the ground. From the rubble rose disheveled remnants, their lavish finery caked in ash, as they shuffled mindlessly toward the palace. In stone or metal, an offering perhaps to the architect of our destruction. A hopeful few tried to reason with the deranged, only to be beaten for their kindness. I knew better than to plead with the horde. I fled, with my health if not my conscience preserved. Now I wait with my fellow cowards for our final judgment. Oh dear. Damn, that was dark. Put back there. Okay. What do you want? Oh dear. This one's being a bitch. Tincture. I may as well drink it, I suppose. This is a radio. Is it playing that music? A radio? You don't have them where you came from, I take it. You use them to listen to messages sent by others, even over great distances. Depends, but this model is by far the most popular, made with quality components crafted with the finest ore. Sourced from Locus Amonis, is it? It is. Not all that useful since the capital fell into ruin. The people at the broadcasting stations must have either fled or ended up like all the others, because all we've been hearing is the same music playing over and over again. Home beyond the horizon, a note to brave men and women who sent to reclaim our ancestral home of Locus Amonis. We may have founded an empire in these frozen wastes, but we always hope to take back what was once ours. 'Tis a solemn reminder that though we must suffer great hardship, better days will surely come. Despite everything, I believe that Emperor Varus yet lives, and that he speaks to us through our radios. Oh dear. It was a cunning strategy, faking his murderer. He must have foreseen this catastrophe and chosen to conceal himself, and make his triumphant return. Oh dear. Yes, I'm sure of it. Emperor Varus would not be so defeated so easily. Despondent refugee. Oh dear. In denial. What's that? There you go. So this is what you give the others, thank you. I'll save it for later. How are you not frozen in that outfit? Actually, I have a few things to ask you. Are you part of the group staying at Lateran? I saw Legatus Virgilia's troops heading toward the Magna Glacies a few days ago. Are they the ones you encountered? Camp Broken Glass, you call it, and Virgilia and her men are there now. How did you reach the Magna Glacies? Did you cross the mountains on foot? Those are weird questions. Airships. There must be a way to. Where is everyone? Frail voice. Is something the matter? A voice from inside you saying, you must be imagining everyone's out here. That's a baby. Massey has found its way into the house. I wouldn't be the person. Girl. The soldiers to scare them off, the wild animals have been roaming closer to the settlements. Some have even known to attack people too. I just had an idea. If you and yours are strong enough to defeat the Legatus, then surely a few beasts shouldn't pose a threat. If you mind to continue helping us, perhaps you could head to the other side of the lake. A small group of trappers living there. They still do. I can tell. I tried asking if they would share their fuel with us, but they're not willing to give it away. Food is strange, lots of food. Deer. On top of that, they can't even reach their den. What? To even reach their den, we'd have to make our way past all those creatures. You need enough ceruleum to last until the others are strong enough to travel to your camp. If the offer still stands, that is, so. No supplies, but there might be another way to pay the trappers. Okay. Thank you so much. Man, I want this coat though. It looks so cozy. A rescue needs to take long way around. Finding the entrance is a bit tricky too, so it's easier to just look for someone standing guard outside. However you decide to head there, please be careful. Oh, okay. We should be fine. Let's do the south. Bring your chocobo out. Well, this place is depressing. Oh dear. This cave. How did you find us? Oh. It sounded like a sore thumb. If those pure blood over the victor's spoils, you know, your location, you'd never have found this. So, assholes. We thought they could come waltzing in here demonstrably with nothing to offer in return. But on the other foot now, the capital is gone to shreds. They're just sending you to negotiate. I know your games, I'll sword. If they think we'll give in to information, we've got another thing coming. Oh my god, really? You're screwed, and then you're screwed. Consider me intimidated. Oh dear. There you are. You left this and he asked me to go and catch up with you in case you needed a hand. Must have that's up for the little experience in transporting barrels to Cerulean. So this is Trapper's Den. Well, then after you. I want that coat, man. It looks so comfy. What happened to the guards? Well, they attacked us. Save the people of Garlemald. Doesn't make any goddamn sense. Why in the hells would you pass up this chance to put those Imperial bastards to the sword? None of you are Gallian. You were brought here from another lands. Yerubania, Yangsha, Bozja, Damaska, to name a few. Some dragged here against our will, others fed bollocks about a better life. All put to work extracting ceruleum. Given an esteemed title of Anne, placing us firmly at the bottom rung of the ladder. But the old hierarchy means nothing in the new Garlemald says to be. Only thing that's kept more or less unscathed is Cerulia Ingans, still sustaining us with even our playmasters. Creature. You're experts in drawing up ceruleum from the bottom of the lake, but how can you do that to the if it's frozen over? Trade secrets, I'm afraid. Ceruleum is used for these days with the city in ruins. We'll take enough power. We need to take enough to power our heaters and save surplus for later. And though it helps stave off the cold, it does sod all about our hunger unless we trade it away. I'm sure to tell your contingent we've got ceruleum by the barrel full if they're interested. We'll exchange it for whatever provisions they're willing to spare. You can certainly ask, but if you're all free to go, why carry on living here? Free to go? Go where? Even if we managed to get back to our homelands, there'd be nothing left for us. Thanks to the Empire and the knowledge and skills requiring working here, we'd be practically useless outside of Garlemald. Oh dear. So we're staying here for the time being, long as there's a need for ceruleum. Find a better way to get by, even if Garlemald knew this new edge is gone for good. What? That's a weird way to think about it. Just make a new life elsewhere. Gone for good. I would not stay in this frozen wasteland. I would travel south as soon as possible. Crazy. Regardless of what Elsebard contingent does for the people of Garlemald, the Empire itself is already a thing of the past. For many, that would be cause for celebration, while others, their whole way of life would have turned upside down. Oops, what'd she say? After all the atrocities committed by the Empire's name, perhaps it is for the best that it is consigned to history, but for the ordinary people, their lives, their stories, should they be forgotten too? There's plenty of time to ponder that later. For now, let us see about getting some ceruleum. Okay. Jerry. Seen ceruleum, have you? Pretty was a features missing. Just read every thought, then again the senior's got her hand. Think about. It's possible she died from whatever is ailing her. If she needed treatment, I doubt there'd be any way to get it around here. I may have refused the scene at first, thinking she'd come back with something to exchange, but I can spare the bottle's worth of ceruleum. Consider it as a reward for introducing you to the rest of your contingent. Be sure to send them our way, you hear? What? I can't for the life of me think why Lucia would keep her sister's seed from us. We can ask for her to deliver ceruleum. Come on, let's hurry back. What do you mean? She doesn't trust us. Of course she wouldn't tell us about her sister. What are these people? Find us. Who are you? Alert. What place is this? Jarek. Sun's up. I'll do that later. Southwest. This isn't right, it's too quiet. What if the Alphanor would still be treating them in the fire, but they're nowhere to be seen? I searched outside, they can't have gone far. Oh dear. Yeah, where'd they go? I'm not here. Nothing here. Nope. Oh, did they die? What the heck? Damn it all. What happened here? Did two of them die? It was like chocobo man. Seemed to help carry supplies, but when I followed them back here, they attacked me. One of guard forced me to defend myself. I fear they fared rather worse than me. Nevertheless, we know what you're about. Vultures, but you are waiting for the wings to show weakness, and then you swoop. Rot, all a ploy to make us lower our guard. We know ourselves to your mercy, put us in chains, steal our lands, and get your revenge. You're wrong, that's not what any of us want. Save your arms for later, you've got bigger problems. Found the empty medicine bottles in the bed, was still warm. It's true, the senior was hiding her sick sister inside the house. But now there's no sign of either of them. Where are they? Where did they go? Away from you and yours, and if you think I'll tell you you're fool, I'd never give up my people. Are they dead? Did Alphanor just kill those two? We were trying to help them, you idiot. Her sister's ill, empty bottles prove it, so medicines ran out, or she put it in her pocket to make it easier to carry, or to avoid the sound of clinking glass. There are beasts everywhere, how could you let them go alone? Turn that down for me. You invade our homeland, taint it with the same sorcery used to slay our countrymen. The Iron should sooner die than suffer the insult. Better for them to flee and keep their purity intact than be corrupted by your vile magics. We were waiting for a chance to free them since the moment you arrived. It's getting us nowhere. I cannot say how Lucinia and her sister will react when we find them, but find them we must. Without me, both of you, I need to tend to my injuries and theirs. I will join you in the search after. Be careful. We'll do our best to find them quickly. Oh dear. Yeah, I didn't think they would just trust us right away. We've been at war with these people for like hundreds of years. There's only one path out of here, so that's where we'll start. There. As soon as I can, I'll give him some basic treatment. I'll help. These men inside the house and use a light sleeping enchantment to help them rest. Ensure that they don't cause any more trouble. Something I must do. Oh dear, Alphino. Girl. I understand why it's happening, but it's still, yeah. Here they are. 2 sets of fresh footprints. You don't want to be judging by the size. Survey them, come on. Oh dear. Oh, actually, let's use this one. Jose. Trail stops at the frozen lake. Perhaps he chose the road so as not to leave footprints. Oh. I can't think of any other reason. Look at that place. It's crawling with beasts. You can imagine how hard it must be to find aliens across the ice. We really could do with Alphino's help, but we can't afford to wait for him. Let's split up and look for the clues. This way? Well, they want us to look for clues in this massive area. Footprints went south. So we'll go south. Or I guess this isn't south, this is east. Piece of paper. Oh, Bird in the Snow seems to be a flyer theater group. Oh, okay. Monsters over there. They really want us searching this whole thing, huh? Oh, here. Fresh blood. Oh dear. Well. Well, the victim is severely wounded. Southeast. Oh, well, she's dead. Oh, are they both dead? Well, shit. Bodies are already cold. Oh no. Damn, they're dead. Well, shoot.
Blood trail. We found one. They were attacked.
Well. They were stupid.
No. Why wouldn't they?
Bro, you guys have been at war for years. Why would they trust you?
Safer to brave the wilds than trust in our magic. We should have... I should have... We can't leave them like this. We have to take them home.
What if we're only making it worse?
Maybe we don't belong here, but neither do they. Not out here in the wind and the cold.
Dear.
I heard the story about Varus's voice from beyond the grave. Of course, I didn't believe it, but Licinia and her sister did. Perhaps there is something to the tale after all. I want to understand, so I'm going to borrow this for a while, if that's all right. You had every reason not to trust us. We came as trespassers, invaders. But I pray that in time, we will be more than that to you. That we will find a way to help your loved ones. And see that no more children are left to freeze alone in the snow.
Oh dear. Oh no. Something I could have done, but what should we have never come here? No, they would have died. They still would have frozen to death, but just inside the building. We've already caused enough harm here. Let us return to the camp before we cause any more. For those inside the house, we should send someone to take care of them, someone who isn't us. All we can do for now is make our report to Lucia. Everything in our power to prevent further tragedy. Let's linger here no more, come. Damn, alright, well. Since some of our allies and trappers in, we still owe them for the bottle civilian. Would you mind giving the CEO a full report? The treatment of the tempers proceeds well, because we want to deliver. Something about it, the twins look out of sorts, and you seem a bit off. Saying, with the three of you appear rather drained since your return. Is there aught I might do to be of assistance? We should send the Guardians on our side to see them. Oh, Chocobo's here. Chocobo. Afino tell me they finished the preliminary search for the survivors, but refrained from See much more than that. Oh dear. Well, they ran away in fear and then they died by monsters.
Thank you for your report. We shall inform the troops of these developments and instruct them to proceed with the utmost caution should they encounter any survivors.
Allow me to go and speak with the ones at the victor's spoils. They may be more willing to listen to a fellow Garlean and accept our offer of assistance.
I pray you are right. And though I am loath to burden you any further, should there be an appropriate occasion to speak of Licinia and her sister, please do so.
I am sorry to have put you through this.
My distress is nothing compared to their suffering. So tell me, what else have we learned?
As you may have already heard, we have succeeded in curing the members of the Populares, Maxima identified. They have provided us with some intriguing insights into the current state of Garlemald. The assassination of Emperor Varus was the catalyst for the civil war. Nerva declared his claim to the throne, and his opponents refused to recognize it. Fighting broke out in the capital, where Nerva's 3rd Legion clashed with the 1st, who remained loyal to Varus even after his death.
Of course, even Imperial warmongers would balk at the idea of turning their shining city into a battleground. Like burning down the wood to spite the wasps. Neither side would be so mad. Unless something or someone inflamed their animosity to such an extent that they could not help but act against their better judgment.
Well, the prince is alive. He probably
It
caused
brings to
this.
mind events at the Gimlet Dark, does it not? The Emperor's sudden withdrawal from the front lines, specifically.
Yeah.
Nerva and his father, Titus, Varus's then political rival, took advantage of rumors that Crown Prince Xenos had been possessed by a demon.
Elidibus, what better way to disparage your enemies than with the truth, or a close enough approximation?
Indeed. But before their accusations could be substantiated, many of Titus's followers were silenced. While some were merely stripped of their status, others died under curious circumstances. One after another, suddenly and suspiciously.
Again, Elidibus. Like as not, he had a hand in it. No evidence was found to implicate Varus, certainly. Nevertheless, Titus, Nerva, and the 3rd Legion would have judged it a brazen attempt by the Emperor to rid himself of his political enemies. And then, in the midst of this growing turmoil, Varus Sosgalvis is murdered.
Oh dear.
And Garlemald's own prodigal son, Gaius van Belsar, is named the murderer.
Oh dear.
Shortly thereafter, Nerva claims the right of succession, and in response, the 1st Legion claims the assassination was part of a coup d'etat orchestrated by Titus and Nerva.
So no one is at fault, and everyone else is to blame.
I should add that both parties received substantial financial backing, presumably to provide them with the means and encouragement to pursue a swift victory. And that these contributions came from the self-same benefactor.
I'd heard House Brutus had been filling the 3rd Legion's coffers, but the 1st as well.
It would seem so. Though the Populares determined that the 1st Legion received funds from a variety of organizations, all had connections to House Brutus.
So Fandaniel, in the guise of Asahi, was playing both sides against each other the entire time.
The information we gained from my friends does not end there. One night, shortly after fighting broke out, the capital was shaken by an immense tremor. From that point onward, they have no memories, no recollection of any events, including our clash on the Magna Glaciers. But when asked about the Imperial Palace and its bizarre transformation, they somehow recall Emperor Varys giving them orders in their dreams.
What? That's some sort of manipulation by Fandania, probably.
May the Tower of Babel stand as testament to the glory of Garlemald.
This sounds awfully familiar.
We have something to show you all.
Varys spoke to them through this radio. Perhaps it was a recording, but if not, that would be inexplicable.
Is he
We are of one mind, then.
The ether that permeates the ore used in this device is almost identical to that of the talismans.
I see it. While it is likely more by coincidence than design, these devices might also ward against a primal's influence. A picture is beginning to form. If the tremor felt throughout Garlemald was a wave of ether emitted by a primal, then while those within range would have been tempered, those huddled around a radio desperate for news concerning the Civil War would have been spared.
No wonder Licinia kept it close.
Oh dear.
My friends, I must speak with you. A young man was caught trying to steal our supplies. He is a soldier of the Iron Men, we think, but one who has not been made thrall. Thankfully, Magni restrained him before blood was spilled. The stranger is outside, if you wish to ask him questions.
I think we do.
Who do we have here?
Garleans? Traitors to your homeland! Have you no shame?
Dear.
I am Lucia Junius, a Temple Knight of Ishgard. And you are?
Iulus Pier Norbanus. And that's all you invaders will get from me.
We are not here to invade Garlemald. Far from it. Like you, our allies in Eorzea and the Far East fight in defense of their lives and their loved ones even as we speak. But it is the people of Garlemald who have suffered most. This we know. And that is why we have come to offer you our aid, that we may unite against our common foe. Whether you believe me or not, those are the facts. Now, answer me this. Why would a proud soldier of the Empire be reduced to stealing? The situation must be dire indeed for you to go to such lengths. If it is supplies you seek, we would gladly share ours, or turn a blind eye while you leave with your spoils.
I will not negotiate. My commander will determine how to deal with you and yours. If you wish to treat with him, I will take you, but no more than 3.
I don't much like the sound of that. But if we do accept his proposal, I suggest the 2 of us and...
Please allow me and Alize to act as envoys.
May I ask why?
We have seen with our own eyes the hardships the Garleans face, how their futures and lives hang in the balance.
It's not the warmest invitation, but it's an opportunity to prove our intentions true. Maybe not a chance to make things right, but a chance to make them better.
I can see that persuading you otherwise is a lost cause, but you will proceed with the utmost care.
A couple of children and what? A sellsword? Is this an insult?
Not in the least. You will find that they are more than qualified to speak on our behalf.
There are many dangers on the road ahead. I will need that back.
Dear. Oh dear, the story is going. Judas. Okay, I think I'm actually gonna end stream here. Thanks for joining. I'm gonna continue on in a little bit. I'm just feeling a little tired right now. Thanks for joining. I'll continue on maybe in an hour or two. Bye for now. Bye.